Hi, I'm Jeremy Cowen. I'm one of the 2033 instructors here at OU, and I guess you're getting ready to do the multicultural assignment. Well, congratulations. I actually think you'll like it. I remember doing my multicultural assignment back when I took 2033, way back in 1994, and so hopefully you'll remember this assignment to be as memorable for you as it was for me, and you'll be able to remember it 25 some odd years later. So what is this assignment? You know, the 10,000 foot view, you're going to go to a church service and you're going to write about that church service. Maybe not that specific church service, but kind of taking into account that church service to give an overall view of the denomination, the religion that you ended up choosing. So that's kind of we can go into the weeds on that a little bit more, but why would we do such an assignment? Why do we do things like this? Well, to be a better writer, a better media professional, or more effective storyteller, you have to be comfortable with people, cultures, religions, ideas different from your own. You have to be able to communicate with a mass audience. You're mass communicators now. You have to be able to communicate with the audience that doesn't just look like you, that doesn't all look like you, speak like you, worship like you, so on and so forth. Again, it doesn't matter if you're PR, if you're advertising, journalism. Obviously, you can't just be able to communicate to people just like you, to have the same life experiences as you. You have to be able to communicate with a wide audience out there. And this hopefully is an assignment that help you get out there and get used to reporting on things and experiencing things that just aren't right there in your comfort zone. So more specifically, what is this assignment? Well, how do we go about doing it? Well, you're going to write 2 pages. So to get those 2 pages, you need to pick a church service. I strongly encourage you to pick a church service that's completely opposite from one you've attended in the past or have been to or are familiar with. The more different it is, the more you'll really get out of the assignment, because you'll be getting more out of your comfort zone. And I think maybe you'll find it more interesting the more different it is from whatever you're used to. So pick a church service and do a little research ahead of time before you go. I'm not saying read a 300-page book on this church service or this religious organization or whatever. No, just do some preliminary research so you don't go in there knowing nothing. You don't want to go in there with a blank slate. It's better to know a little bit about what's going to happen and why it's going to happen before you actually experience. And it also may help you with, for some courtesy, for some specific rules at those churches that you may have to observe. So go in there with a little idea. Get to the church service. Don't take a notepad. Don't take a recorder or anything. You are a passive observer. You're sitting there in the congregation and just watch what happens. Take it all in. Take in what you're thinking too. And then my other suggestion is, as soon as you're done, get back to your computer as soon as possible, or your notepad or whatever, and get your thoughts out. I'm not saying write the story then, write the assignment then, but just vomit out as many thoughts as you got right there while they're fresh on your mind. Since you weren't able to take notes in the service or record anything, it's best to do it then. And then you can always come back the next day after you thought about it more. Now, on the paper itself, I always like to tell my students, if I can answer 3 things from your paper on this assignment, you've done well. Those 3 things: what happened at the church service, why did it happen, and how did you feel about it? What were your thoughts on it, in other words? If I can get those 3 answers from your paper, you've done what we wanted you to do. So after you get done, you may end up doing a little bit more research, more in depth, since you actually saw what happened and stuff. So you'll be able to put a little bit more of what happened and those things in it. So that's what we're looking for there. One word of advice: everybody's nervous. Everybody in this assignment, it seems like, is nervous to go to a church service that is not in their comfort zone. But that's fine. That's kind of part of what this assignment is about. To be nervous is to be okay. So don't think you're out of the ordinary if you're just really panicking about this. This is a good first step in your mass communications career, to get out there and outside your comfort area. All right, guys, good luck, and hope everything goes well.